Good morning, KGPians. Today, on the day 2 of Induction Programme 2021, I would like to start by thanking you all for being present with us here today. I extend a warm welcome to you all, to your campus, your home for the next 4 or 5 years. I hope your day 1 was insightful and you are all set for 4 more days of fun, excitement, as we unravel all the facets of life here at IIT Kharagpur and the plethora of opportunities that await you. Let's start off with our first segment for the day. The website of ERP is the central hub for guidelines and information for students. The software is uniquely designed to provide support for institutional functions covering academics, admissions, placement, hall management, recruitment, and many more. I would kindly request Professor Chittoranjan Mondal to join us on stage and enlighten the students on all the aspects of ERP.
Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to your new session at IIT Kharagpur. So, in your first year, How much? Okay. Okay. So, I'll just tell you a few things. About the ERP facilities that we have here at IIT Kharagpur. Okay. So, this is what you see over here is you have a few things about ERP. So, first of all, lot of your activities will happen through ERP. Of course, you will be attending classes and writing exams as usual. I mean, right now these activities are still online. So, as and when you come back, those will happen in a normal way. But in the present situation, classes are being held online and exams are also being conducted online. As the situation normalizes, you will be notified in due course of time. Until then, we'll have to carry on as we are going now. So, of course, this ERP is something that you will be using either way, irrespective of whether you are doing things from home or whether you are on campus. So, this happens to be a facility which has been developed in-house and has been in use from 2008, and over the years the facility has been improving, and many of your activities will be done online. So, I'll just give an exposition, a brief exposition of its usage. So, what you can see is that the URL for accessing ERP is shown. It is erp.iitkgp.ac.in. It's written down there. And the good thing is that it's a role-based system. So, there are many facilities and many activities which happen inside ERP, and all of those happen through a common login. All right. So, next slide, please. So, this Yeah. So, this gives you a view of some of the important modules that you will be dealing with that are relevant to you. So, immediately the modules that are most relevant to you are academics, guest house, and hall management. These three modules are immediately relevant to you. So, I'll go into the details of this. So, academics are relevant for obvious reasons, because your academic administration happens will happen through the academic module. The guest house, okay, the hall management is required. Yeah. So, of course, right now you are at home. So, once you come back, once you are on campus, you will be staying in the halls of residence, in rooms, in the room allocated to you. So, that is when you will have to make use of the hall management module. And the guest house module is also relevant, because once you are here, sometimes your parents might like to come over. So, with the help of the guest house module, you can make arrangements for their stay over here. Next slide, please. Okay. So, the major student activities of ERP are listed in this slide. So, as I have told you, your main modules right now are academic, guest house, and hall management. But another very important module is the career development module, because that is the module which you will be relying on for interacting with your prospective placements and internships. In fact, in the new in the revised curriculum, I think there is provision for you to do internships quite early. So, internships are handled through the career development module, and you will need that module to apply for internships, and all information process, all information handling relating to your internships, and finally the placements are handled through the CDC module. Now, the SRIC module is useful if you get associated with sponsored research activities, with ongoing sponsored research activities which are undertaken by faculty members. So, so some of you might have to use the SRIC module. We have an accounts module, but you will not have to interact much with the accounts module, because your fee payments will be handled through the academic module itself. I mean, accounts module is there to assist other people who deal with accounts. And of course, another very important module, another very important module is the Gymkhana module. So, you will be I understand you will be quite happy to note that even even when the students had been were attending to their activities from home, they could partake in Gymkhana activities remotely through ERP. So, the last round of election of office bearers to the Gymkhana happened online, and so they were able to reach out to all the students, and most important, the voting, the election to the various Gymkhana positions was conducted online. So, this is a new module which is very relevant to the students. Another important aspect is that we are making efforts to go paperless, and the existing processes in ERP are being revised, so that most of the activities are or the activities can be carried out in a paperless manner. So, and this has relevance to you as students, because in the last session the provisional certificates, the provisional degree certificates were sent out to all the students over the internet. So, they had digitally signed provisional certificates. So, they did not have to bother about getting it through the post or losing it. We were able to give out digital provisional certificates, and if we have an approval for the main certificates also in the future, then you might even get a copy of your main degree certificate also digitally. So, those are of course easier to maintain and communicate to others, but of course as of now only provisional certificates are available digitally. So, in the next slide you can see many of the you can see many of the activities which can happen under or happen through the academic module. So, there you have of course, you are here to excel in your academics, and for that we also have provision for various awards and prizes, and you can apply for those also through ERP. And for more routine activities, you get to see your exam timetable. You can at the end of your course you can give a feedback. So, we have links for all that, and as I had mentioned, you can pay your fees through the ERP. Of course, the final payment happens through a payment gateway, but the record of your fees and your demand, etc., we'll go into that after some time. So, for that you have the fees module, very important to those who to you when you are completing your degree. Hello, slow down. Yeah. So, when you are completing your degree, the final graduation for final graduation processing also we have a tab. So, as you can see, I'm not going through all of these. You can for all your activities there are tabs. Of course, particularly important are this the later tabs, for example subjects. So, you can view your curriculum and various subjects in your syllabus through this. This is very important now, because we have a variety of curricula. So, students may be enrolled in different curricula. You might be in the same department, but you might be following different curricula. So, you do not have to be in the dark about what you need to do. All information is available to you through ERP, also timetable and UG. So, let us go over to the next slide. So, here the next slide is on curriculum view. So, here for example, you can see that for computer science itself there are so many variations. So, you have a regular 4-year degree, 4-year BTech degree, then you have you have MTech dual degree and so on. So there are a wide variety of lot of variations in the curriculum. So when you get admitted, you can choose your curriculum. Okay, and here so the adjoining table shows you the subjects which you might be registered to in, let us say, semester 3. Now these won't be same for everyone. There will be some variations. There could be some variations depending on the curriculum that you have opted for, and also the elective options that you might have exercised. So this this table is very I mean, it is student specific. There could be some differences between students. I mean, even if they are in this let us say computer science 4-year BTech program. All right. So this is about and if you like to see the details of the syllabus, you can just click on the subject code and you get to see the details of the syllabus. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. I think we need to be in that profile page. Yeah, I think you might have moved on a bit. So students profile, can you come to students profile? Students, yeah, this one, yeah. So yeah, so in the students profile you find that we have a lot of information about you, and you should I mean, you should fill up your information very carefully, because sometimes I mean this information could be very critical also. For example, you might notice that we also keep your blood group, we keep your blood group. So in case there is an emergency, that information is relevant. Of course, here it is self stated. Ideally it should be confirmed through the hospital. We have a hospital on campus. Also your contact information. So in case we need to get in touch with you, or your guardian for any reason. So it's important for you to fill up your information carefully here, and also this information is used to communicate with you. So yeah. Now let's go over to the next slide. So this document verification is an important step. I think many of you have already I think you might have already gone through this step. So earlier a lot of documents had to be submitted physically for verification, for example your mark sheet and all that, but now we have we have the provision to handle this online. In fact, during the COVID times this was handled online. So all the as part of the admission process, these formalities were completed online. So as you can see, there is facility for uploading various kinds of documents. Okay, next slide please. So this is again an important piece of information. So once you have registered for a semester, in your case it will be the first year. So you can see the various subjects that you might have registered for. And you also get to see the academic load, the credits, and also very important is the people, the faculty members who will be handling these courses. Here of course you find that there are lots of names associated with these courses, because these courses are broken up into or rather the students registered for these courses are partitioned into a number of sections, and these faculty members handle specific sections. So all their names are listed together over here. Next, in the next slide you get to see the timetable. So, so this is a very convenient feature. So, you can access your timetable. There is also a facility for recording your attendance online, though that is to some extent left to the discretion of the teacher. Another very important feature is the admit card. Of course, in this online semesters, these admit cards are not used so much, but when you have to go to the exam hall to write your exam, there this admit card is needed, and the good thing is that you get the admit card online without so you get it online. Also, you can view your performance. So, this next slide, you can view your performance, and you can also check the curriculum completion status. So, I think this table is quite self-explanatory. So, there are various courses, and you can see well, here you can see the registration status, grade, etc., and also the subject status. So, if you have completed it, you get to see a tick over there. All right. So, these are things, and I'll now the next slide gives you some details of the fee payment. So, of course, the fee payment is another sensitive matter, and for that relevant instructions. So, you can see that in this page you have a lot of you have instructions which will assist you for paying the fees, and you are also given email contacts in case you have difficulty. So, let me just tell you that the basic step is that when you register for a semester, as you can see, you can generate the demand, and you can see you have to fulfill that demand by paying your fees. So, you can in the next slide we will give you some more detail. So, okay, so let us just go over to the next slide. So, here in fact it is similar to the previous slide, except that you have some annotations. So, here you have important emails for communication, you have a link to a user manual in case you have any confusion, and then of course the other steps, you have links for the other steps. Going over to the next page. So, here so this is the main page. So, here you generate your demand. So, basically depending on the course that you are enrolled in, the category, etc. So, there can be variations in the fees that you have to pay. So, you can generate the demand, and then you will get to see how much fee you have to pay, and you can either pay it in full right away, or you might like to pay it in a few steps. But before registration, you are expected to complete the full payment of your fees, otherwise you can have a problem with your registration. So, you can make partial payment in case you are not able to make a full payment right away, but you can pay in parts. But before but you do need to pay the full fees for the semester before you can properly register. So, now sometimes I mean for our ERP we use the SBI payment gateway. So, the advantage of the payment gateway that we use now is that if you have an account, if you have a account in SBI, you can pay through that account, and for that there are no additional charges. That is the main advantage. but at the same time, if you use other payment instruments, sometimes there can be delays in the reconciliation of the payment. So these are certain things that you need to be aware of. Yeah, but the preferred mode of payment is through internet banking. If you have an SBI account, that is, so internet banking through your SBI account, so that is preferred with the SBI payment gateway. All right. So now we also have facility for parents. So naturally, parents have an interest in knowing how their wards are doing. So there is also a facility in ERP for parents to monitor the performance of their wards. So now here you have some important information here. I mean, it's given in this slide. It's also, I mean, all these are also available through the ERP pages. And okay, one thing which was probably not covered in this slides. Just a minute. Oh yeah, sorry. This yeah. Let's go back to this one. I didn't cover this properly. So mobile notification app for students. So we have we also have an app. We also have a mobile app for students, which is available in the Play Store. I think in the Google Play Store. So you can install this application in your mobile also. So this helps you to get some information, of course, information that is specifically relevant to you through the mobile application itself. So it's I mean, nowadays people use mobiles quite a lot. So this app is also is also there to facilitate your access to ERP. So I think well, this is a brief introduction to the facilities available in ERP, and I hope you will you will get the full benefit of this system to help you with your work. Okay, thank you. Yeah. In case you have any questions, I think we have some people who can take questions. Okay.
Thank you for that detailed overview, sir. Moving on to our next segment. Despite the pandemic situation where we faced unprecedented challenges and institutions were shut down suddenly, at IIT Kharagpur, we successfully transitioned to virtual classrooms, imparting knowledge through online mode and conducting almost all the courses for students. I would kindly request Professor Nilanjan Das Chakladar to address the students and guide them on the virtual class platforms.
So a very good morning to all of you. Am I audible clearly? Okay, good. So a warm welcome to all the first year students for choosing and yet living your dream at IIT Kharagpur. I am Nilanjan Das Chakladar, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, IIT Kharagpur. So I'm honored to get this session to explain to you the process of installing, using, and in fact enjoying the different features of Microsoft Teams. Now, let me put it in this way, that pandemic has rather given us an opportunity to digitize our learning and yet learn the number of enhanced features of how we can still work at home, study at home despite this trying times. Okay, So with me, I have two of my friends. One is Abhonil, right? One is Abhonil, another is Suraj, correct? So Suraj will be helping you with all your queries, comments, which you need to fill up in your Google form. I think the link is already there in your YouTube description. And here there is no as such presentation. It will be a live streaming of how you are going to install, how you are going to use Microsoft Teams, whether mobile app or web application or a desktop app. And if there are some bottlenecks, I will also explain that. But meanwhile, you have to be very proactive and write your queries for your senior friends who will provide me all the comments you have so that I can immediately take it up. Okay? So I would now first request our dear friend Abhonil to open MS Teams login. I think you all can see the screen now. And I would also request all the first year students to do the same thing what Abhonil is doing here. If it is possible from your end, whether you're using a mobile, whether you're using a laptop, desktop, anything. Yes, Abhonil, please sign in. So you will find this page of Welcome to Microsoft Teams, where there are two options. One is sign in, another is download now. Now, as teachers, we recommend you to use your laptop or desktop for all the classes, primarily for two reasons. Number one, majority of the teachers will be presenting through PowerPoint or PDF, so you will get a larger screen. And secondly, if the classes are online, sometimes it strains our eyes. Obviously, we recommend after each class you wash your eyes, but it is better you connect through your laptop or desktop rather than through the mobile app. But the final call is yours. Okay, Abhonil, can you please sign in? So as mentioned by the speaker, by my previous speaker on ERP, you will find an MS Teams login as well as an MS Teams password. So Abhonil is now currently giving his sign in as well as he will be providing his password. So meanwhile, let me repeat, you have been provided with a Google form, which is there in the link of this YouTube description. And you're expected to immediately write your queries so that your seniors can get it to me. Yes, no. Okay, now what you see in the screen, this is Abhonil's Teams dashboard. So all the classes Abhonil takes, or whether it's a lab or it's a class, or even it's maybe a small Viva or anything. So all these small boxes, these are representing each and every class. So you click on a particular class. So Abhonil, can you click any class you want? Anyone? Okay, so what you find here is there is this general option, this general channel. In this channel, there are some chats, just like the chat you do typically in your social media. So there are some chat, there are some answers to the queries raised by the students. There could also be a meeting schedule for your classes. You just have to simply join there. So Abhonil is currently showing you by one particular meeting scheduled, which is showing as no title occurs every Monday. So you don't have to create or generate such meeting schedules. This will be done by your teachers. You will receive a notification and you simply have to join. And Abhonil, can you just click on the meet at the top right? Yes. Allow. So the current interface you see, this is exactly the same interface you are going to see in each class, each lab, each workshop, whatever. So obviously the mic and video have been turned off, but have you clicked join? Okay, good. So now the screen is showing that you have joined. Now in case of a class, it may happen that you have the joining rights only after your teacher admits you. So here you will be put in a lobby and it will show like someone will let you in. So that means your teacher is already in the class and he is letting you in after checking your name or something like that. And there's another thing here at the bottom you can see. From the rightmost part, there is this end call. I'm not asking Abanil to click it. I'm just showing you. So that's the hang up call. After that, on the left of that, there is the show participants. So it is more for the teachers rather than for the students, but also if you are initiating a call, you are the host of that particular call. So you can see who are the participants. Then on the leftmost one is, on the left to that one is the show conversation, where if you have any queries, you can write to the chat so that all of your colleagues can watch it if you have a query inside the class. But often it happens that your teacher do not get enough time to check the chat or whether there's any questions posted. So what you can do is you can unmute yourself. I will repeat that again. So you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question, but remember to mute yourself back. You mute yourself again. Next to that, there are 3 horizontal dots. So typically, you don't have to do anything here, but I would suggest when your class ends in the semester, in the very last class, if it's a large classroom, you can request your teacher to take a picture of the large gallery preview. Okay, say 300 students or 400 students. It's a good way to say bye to the particular class or batch. Okay. Now, next, left to that, this is open share tray. When do you need it? You typically do not require it during a class. You require it during a project viva. You require it during a presentation. So you can share your screen. So there is an option to share the screen. It is mentioned as open share tray. So you click on that. Okay. So you see there are a number of windows that are popping up. Typically, as teachers, we recommend you to click the leftmost one, which is desktop or window. There are 2 reasons for that. Number 1, if you are opening a PowerPoint presentation, I don't know at this moment you may or may not know what is a PowerPoint presentation. But if you are opening a PowerPoint presentation and you want to move on to slideshow, and if you click the PowerPoint window not from the screen share, but the one which Abanil is showing, you will not be able to present the screen. You will be able to present the screen in your own system, but the teacher or the viewer is not going to view, is not going to watch it. So it's better you click on the screen share on the leftmost and present for your BTech project, for your MTech project, whatever you want. Okay, so I think that kind of covers up all what is here except one, which is the hand icon. Can you click on the hand icon? First you move out of the screen share. Yes, close the tray. Yes. This is a lower hand and raise hand. Just like in a classroom, when you raise your hand to ask a question, you can simply raise a flag by raising your hand, and just beside your name, your teacher would be able to see there's a yellow colored hand showing. But as I said, if it's a 300 students classroom, it is always difficult to find out how many are raising hands. So it is better unmute yourself, take permission from the teacher, and simply ask the question. Now, so you can hang up this call. Yeah. Thank you. So one important thing, since we have observed this, whenever you join a class, make sure your video and mic is turned off. Why? For 2 reasons. Number 1, it may cause echo. And number 2, your video will eat up a lot of bandwidth. So if your class teacher recommends you to turn on the video, then only turn on the video. Okay, usually we keep the videos on for the students in a small classroom, okay, like 15, 20 students. But if it's a large classroom, then bandwidth may be taken up. So it's better you take permission from the teacher before turning off your video. But always keep your mic muted when you are joining the class. This is also respectful for the class itself. Okay. So we have covered the basics here. Can I take up questions? I can hear you. You can speak loud. It's fine. Okay, so to answer that question, the previous speaker has already shown you ERP profile. So all the students will receive the MS Teams username and password there. Typically what has been observed is, whatever is your username for Gmail or personal account, that is simply pasted for the IIT KGP Teams username. And password will also be there in your ERP profile. Next question. No, institutes. Next. Okay, I have to repeat the question. Okay, no problem. So the first question was asked is how the students are going to get the MS Teams username and password. So if you notice the lecture given by the previous speaker in ERP, so in your profile, ERP profile, you will have the MS Teams username and MS Teams password. The username is typically the username you use for your personal email, and but the server becomes iitkgp.ac.in. I think KGPN is there, na? kgpn.iitkgp.ac.in. And the second question was?
The signing email ID for MS Teams, is that of institute email ID?
That is institutes, obviously. The signing email ID of the signing email ID for MS Teams will be the institute one. If anyone is signing with a personal account or with a different account, there will be the word guest will be written in parentheses in Teams. Okay.
The students get subscription to Microsoft?
No, students do not have to subscribe anything. This is a university subscription. Students do not have to subscribe to MS Teams or MS anything. It is a university subscription, institute subscription. So student will get a free account. And I will come to that later also, yeah. Any other questions?
When do we get invite codes for different courses in MS Teams?
Okay, the moment you join, your teacher or your lab coordinator or your faculty advisor, they will be emailing you through the traditional email address which you receive. It can be your personal as well as your institute email address. There will be a link and you will immediately get pop-up notification how to join that particular class or that particular lab. Next. That's all? Okay, good. Now, few things which I have noted down for whatever I have seen in the last few years. So, assignments. So, can you click on the assignments, Avanil? Yes. So, here what you will find, some assignments may be given to you, and the particular teacher will flag the assignment. Flag the assignment means the moment he or she submits the assignment, you will receive a notification in your Teams. The notification will come in this particular tab which Avanil has clicked, and here you will find what is the marks, what is the question. Just the same way you give an online exam, there will be the deadline, when do you have to submit, what is the deadline, time and date, all those things will come in this particular window. So you click that and you try to meet the deadline. Since it is an online process, if you do not meet the deadline, it will automatically cancel your submission. Then you have to write to the teacher and take his or her permission. Okay. Now, next is, okay, so all the students who are receiving this MS Teams account, they are getting around 1 terabyte of OneDrive storage space. So keep that in mind, you are getting 1 terabyte of OneDrive storage space, which means you do not have to worry for 15 GB Gmail personal account or personal storage what you have. So you have it, you use it, you take permission of your teacher if you have to share a large file or if you have to share some document, and this is secured because institute has subscription to it. Okay. Now I would request, okay, can you click on the chat? So typically any conversation made during the class, and if it is not through the channel means a class can have the, can start a class through, a teacher can start a class through the same method which Abhanil has shown, but there can be other method like just providing you a link and you join a meeting through that particular link. Whatever conversation, whatever discussion takes place in that particular link will be here shown as a chat. So in case you find, no, my particular meeting I am not able to trace it, it will be there in the chat if it is not through the general channel. I am telling this because there will be some subjects or some labs where you are attending the class only through links. You are not attending through the particular Teams channel. Okay? So are there any more questions? Then I will go to MS Forms otherwise. Any more questions?
How to change the password in MS Teams?
Okay, for students, how to change the password to MS Teams, you have to write to CIC. So you have to email to CIC help desk and they will arrange it for you. CIC is Computer Informatics Center. Next.
Sir, for how much duration do we get 1 terabyte cloud storage on OneDrive?
That is till the subscription exists in the institute.
Sir, how to submit assignments?
How to submit assignments, that you will find in here. So if you view assignment, you will find a button of submit, upload and submit. You upload it and submit. That's it. There is nothing difficult, any difficulty there. You simply upload and submit. See, here it has been shown. Abhanil is showing. So in my work, you can attach your work, either a PDF or a PowerPoint, and then submit. Or here it is said turn in. So turn in means you are basically submitting it. If there is a correction, the teacher will send the document back to you. You again submit it. Any other questions?
Similar to OneDrive's 1 TB storage, do students also get additional Google Drive storage with Institute Gmail ID?
No. Students do not get additional Gmail ID from the institute. So what students will get? Only the MS Teams 1 terabyte.
Class recordings will be provided or not?
Yes, all the classes will be recorded. That's a good point. In case the classes are not recorded, in case maybe it may happen the teachers forget to start recording, you can simply unmute your mic and request the teacher to start the recording. Okay, so this is, you see typically a calendar schedule what Abhanil is showing, all the different classes throughout the week or throughout the month. It will show as a notification, just the way you use Google Calendar. Okay, any other questions? No questions. So I am requesting Abhanil to show you once again how to sign out. So Abhanil has just clicked sign out. That's how you will be signing out. Now, Abhanil, can you Google MS Forms, Microsoft Forms, Microsoft Forms login. Okay, so in some subjects you may find that your exams or class tests are taken either in Google Form or in MS Form or in Moodle. So here, since this Microsoft Teams and Microsoft Form, they are related, I will quickly show you. So you will get a link to submit or to attempt a particular question paper, to attempt a particular question. So the entire question paper will be in the form of a Microsoft form. Now, Abhanil, do you have any form here? You do not have. Okay, no problem. So can you go to shared with me? Come down. Okay, just click any of them from below. Okay, you go back. I can quickly show. Okay, click on new quiz at the top. So this question will be prepared by your teacher, but since there is no saved form, I will quickly show you. So just write, click on add new, choice, okay, just write anything. You can write, yeah, what are the number of students registered in first year, 2021. Registered in 2021. Here. Okay, so in option 1, you give a value, maybe 1000, 1200. Okay, so add another option, click again, add option, so you give 2000. Okay, now in 1863, what you have given, just click it in the middle. No, just click on it, yeah, and you will see there is a tick on the rightmost, just the tick, that is to choose the correct answer. Click again, click, no, don't go to preview. Okay, fine. So you go to preview, and so what Avanil is currently showing you, this is how your question paper will look like, but you will have to log in to your institute email account, institute MS Teams and MS Teams username and password. You choose the correct answer. If it is a single answer question, you choose one answer. If it's a multiple choice answer, you choose multiple answers. If it's fill in the blanks, you write down the text and you click submit. Remember, there are 10 or 20 questions and you forgot to click submit at the end of the hour, your submission will not be taken up automatically by Microsoft Forms. If you are using if your teacher is using Microsoft Forms. If your teacher is using Moodle, it may or may be auto-saved. If your teacher is Google Form, there may be an add-on which takes up the timer to auto-save. So if Microsoft Forms is being used, there is no provision to auto-save the answer. That means you have to click submit before the scheduled time. If you are yet to complete, my session is supposed to finish within next 4 minutes. So suppose your exam is also going to finish in next 4 minutes, you have to click submit in the last minute, not in the last minute, even 2 minutes before, so that it is properly submitted. If it is not submitted, it will not be counted, okay? So I hope I could cover all the topics, and yes, one is left only. That is, for online classes, you need to figure out an isolated place where there is good internet connection, okay? Good internet connectivity is very much required for this digital classes. Okay, finally, are there any questions? Yeah, tell me.
Through Institute ID, do we get Microsoft apps like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and so on? Also, do we get its cloud version or offline one?
We get the cloud version.
We get G Suite subscription.
No, that probably Mr. Dash can say. CIC, okay. So there you will have a session with CIC, and probably there you will know whether G Suite we have or not.
So, will the link for classes be mailed or available in chat or in the calendar?
Sorry, I did not get that. Repeat.
Will the link for classes be mailed or available in the chat or in the calendar?
It will be available in the calendar. The link will be available in the calendar. It will also be there in the class teams, which Avanil showed you in the beginning, all the classes. Okay, in those channels it will be there. And still, if you are not contented, there are plenty and plenty of YouTube videos to learn how to use Microsoft Teams as a student. Okay, so any question left? Yeah.
How can we see the recorded lectures?
Okay, so recorded lectures immediately will come just below that particular link after all the recording and saving has taken place. Once you click it, you can watch it there itself. It will come just after the class. Another thing I did not mention, that is the attendance. So do not think that if you do not attend an online class, you will still get attendance, because your attendance report will be auto-generated. It will have your name, it will have when you have logged in, it will have when you have logged out. So if you have an internet issue, there may be multiple occurrences of your name, but still your name will be there. So attendance is possible, and very much it will be taken. Okay, I hope I'm going to see all of you in the coming year. And finally, I would close this my talk by saying that please remember to wash your eyes after each online lecture. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. All of us are immensely grateful to you and your team for facilitating this transition to online teaching. For our next segment, let me brief you on one of the wonders of IIT Kharagpur campus. Central Library is one of the finest and largest technical libraries in Asia. The library is extensively equipped with print and electronic resources, emerging as the lifeline of academic activities. The digital library is an institutional repository in electronic media. I would now request Mr. Bablu Sutradhar to join us on stage and share a few words with our freshers.
Thank you, Roshni. So, good morning. First of all, I welcome all the new students in our central library. It's a wonderful library. So, since you will be not physically available in the campus, so I will show you our library. How important it is and what are the resources are there and how you will use and how you will get benefit after using the central library facilities. So I'll tell you about what are the rules, what are the resources, how to use timings, how many books you can issue, how to access remotely. So all these things I'll discuss during this presentation. So first of all, see what are the features of the library. One of the biggest technical library in Asia. It's a huge library. We have two buildings. I'll show you in the photographs. It's a modern library with all automation, well equipped with world-class digital library. That is the first digital library that we have developed in 1993. And then we have high-speed server, multimedia computers, large collection of print resources, and large collection of electronic resources which can be available to access from anywhere, any place. Even if you are in your home, there also, from there also you can access. I'll show you how do you access it remotely. Then we have large user base. The Interlibrary is surveillance system, CCTV camera we have, fire detection system, fire alarming system, firefighting system. And we have a national digital repository, and then we have a lot of R&D activities in our library. So user service of the central library, all the works in the libraries are done automated. That like circulation, if you want to issue the book, you can the book will be issued automatically. The automated in-house operations. We have a lot of resources called CD-ROM and then standalone, which is only available in the library. It cannot be shared on the net. So you have to physically come to the library to access these CD-ROMs. We have online access of a lot of resources. And then we have different type of service called you want to take a printout, you can come and then take a printout. If you want to scan the document, you can scan it. You can take a photocopy. So all type of services are there. We have a document delivery services, and also we have a help desk. If you are having some problem while entering the library, you are not searching and finding the resources in the library, Then there is a help desk, you come and then tell, then you will get the response. We have lot of interlibrary loan services like the books which you require, which are not available in our library, but that book can be arranged from other libraries. So we have a network of all the IITs. So if the resources are not available in our library, we can arrange it for your study and research. Then we are having an orientation program. So since you are a new student, so I'll show that we have designed a schedule. The entire month of December we will give such type of presentation, and you will be knowing details about the library resources and services. And then we have audio visual lounge, which is recently developed. Suppose you want to talk with your teacher who is not in India, somewhere else in US or even in India and outside the campus, you can talk with them, you can have a video conferencing, you can discuss with him. So these facilities, they are only for the users, library users. And also we are providing remote access of the resources. Now this is the two building that, that I want to show you. One is annex building, one is the old building. And the total area is a huge library, 8,000 square meters. So it's a huge library. When you come, definitely will come someday after 3-4 months. So you come and see the library. It's a big library and all the modern technology that are available. This is the counter. This is the circulation counter. It is situated in hall number 1. Next. So this is circulation counter where you will come and then issue the books. This is hall number 2. Actually, I want to show some of the picture because you are not here, so you can have a feeling that how this library is. So that's why I want to show some of the photographs so that you will have an idea. These are the halls. So we have 6 halls in the main building. In the building number 1, that is called main building. This is hall 1 and then hall 2, and also we have a foyer. This is a hall 2. It's a big hall. All halls are very big halls. This is hall number 3, hall number 4, hall number 5, hall number 6, where books are there, on as well as the reading space also there. So you can take a books, or you can study, or you can bring the books from your hostel. Suppose we are allowing 2 personal books inside the library. Suppose the book which are not available in our library, but you need a space, a very peaceful place to study, so that you can bring your own book from your own collection, and you can study inside the library. So this facility that we are providing. This is a new book display area. Wherever every week we are displaying the new books. Every year we are purchasing more than 6,000-7,000 books. So every week we are displaying the new books. So you can come and see which are the new books that we have acquired for the library. And this is the digital library. Suppose some of the new students, they do not have sufficient computer with them. Even computer is there, but some softwares are not available. So for those students, they can come and they can use this facility. They can access the internet resources. They can do their project work. So this is the facility that we are providing. When you will come to the library, you can use this facility. We have a video conference room, I have told you. Then we have digital knowledge center, where we are having more than 100 computer, the newly acquired computers, where this facility you can use it. And this is also recently we have acquired called compactor, all the back volumes which are very useful and very treasure of knowledge. So this old back volume journal that we have stored in this type of compactor. So so this is very interesting. We are also going to preserve the old books, very rare books also we are going to preserve in this type of system. So we are having big 2 maps, one is Indian and one is international. So suppose some students after completion their course, 4-year BTech course, they want to go, someone is going to US, Europe, So they want to see which place they are going and how, which of the country they will cross while traveling by flight. So this is very useful. So it is available main entrance of the library. We have also recently introduced the medical science. I think next year onwards this course will be starting. So we have also a medical college library collections in our library. Initially we have earmarked a space where we have kept a large number of medical science new books which we have purchased recently, and also we have created a space for study of medical students. So this is a new collection that we have acquired. This is the area where medical student can come and sit and use these books. And also we have a video conference room in the annex building. This is the inside of the room. Now what are the total collection that we have? We have textbook, we have general book, books that we have received from various faculty, various alumni and organizations, that is called gifted book. And then total we have 271,000 books. We have journals, back volume journals, more than 1.33 lakhs journals. We have back volume journal. But as you know that print journals are reducing because of internet, so online journals is available. So gradually we are reducing the print journal. Once upon a time there were 1,000 print journal, now only we have 46 print journal, and all those journals have been converted into electronic journals. So we have thesis 6,685 thesis that we have patent database, standards and electronic research. Now we have more than 26,570 live online journal. So these journal, individual journals, you can access from your home. We have electronic books, that is 1,33,000 electronic books from various renowned publishers like ACS, then Elsevier, then Springer, Taylor & Francis, Wiley, Gale. So these are the books are available to access remotely, as well as if you come to the library, you can use from the library. So we have a conference proceeding, online database. We have 60 different type of online database, and library budget is, for which we are spending yearly 23 crore rupees for subscription of journals, purchase of books. So it is a huge budget, one of the biggest budget of this library. None of the IT libraries this much budget is there, because a big library, big institution, there are a lot of department, a huge number of students, large number of faculty. So therefore departments are very large. There are many departments which are not available in any other IIT. So therefore the area is discipline is more, therefore we require a large resources. So therefore we have a huge budget and we satisfy our users. Now we have a this is the important where you will get the books. Textbook, it is a hall number 1. Reference book, hall number 2. Books on works on Nobel laureate, it is available in hall number 2. Classical and contemporary literatures is hall number 2. We have specialized, we have books which are earmarked for SC students, that is available in the basement. We have the books which are available for all, which we have kept in hall number 3 and 6. So this is the classification system of the library. You know that the universe of knowledge we have classified in these 6 halls. So it is, if it is not classified, it will be very difficult to find out the books. Therefore we have classified such a way that each and every student can get their resources within a minimum time. So for which this classification system we have applied, called Dewey Decimal Classification System. It's starting from 00 to 900. So within this number, all the universe of knowledge are arranged. So it is 000 is computer science, 100 in philosophy and psychology, 200 in religions, 300 in social science, 400 in language, 500 in science, 600 is technology, then 700 art and recreations, 800 literatures, and 900 is history and geography. So this is the location of the book. Where you will get the books? These are the location. Hall number 1, which number books are available. Hall number 2, which number books are available. Hall number 3. So this is very important and very useful for all the students. When you come to the library and after searching the books from the OPAC, then it will display the book's title and then class number. This is called class number. And this number, which hall this books is available. This is very interesting to find out. So this is the guide, this is the display where you will get the full information about the book. So this type of information. Now it is called web. All the books are available, searchable through online. So this is called web OPAC. It is available in our library website. You just go and access, and then you just search your, if you know the title name, you search by title. If you know author, you search by author. If you know the subject keywords, through keywords also you can search. This is the site where you will give your required title names and author names. It will search and then it will indicate which hall these books is available. Library hours is very important for you. So as usual, that this is not a normal time because of this pandemic. The library timing is different. But in usual time, when everything will be normal, then our library time will be from 8 a.m. to 12 midnight, and during examination, 1 week before the examination up to examination, end of the examination, the library will open 24/7, and then institute holiday, library will be closed. So this is the timing. And timing for other services, like timing for digital library services, timing for photocopy, printing, scanning service. So we have different type of timings for various type of services. This is a timing for circulation counter. You cannot issue book at night. So we have given the timing when you can come and issue the books from 9 a.m. to 8 a.m., 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday it is open, and you can come and issue the books. And Saturday and Sunday also it is open from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So you can come and issue the books. This is the different type of books. Now this is very important for you. How much books you can borrow as a BTech student, as a MTech student or PhD scholar. So here every details are there, and all the information are available in the website. It is no need to see this site. If you in the internet, you can access our library site, and each and every information you will get from our library website. But since you are the new student, so this is very important. So UG student, you will get 5 books and for 60 days. So after 60 days, if you will not return it, then 1 rupees per book will be charged as a fine. So I hope that when you issue the book, you try to return within this time limit, so that there will be no fine. After that, it will be accumulated. So renewal of book is also possible. Suppose you have issued the books and book is further important for you, so you can renew this book, so that there will be no fine. So suppose most of the students, they have difficulty after issuing the books, they have lost the books. Some of your friend has taken out and he has not returned, and maybe some way the book is lost. So how to replace it? So there is a rule that if you lost the book, how to repay or replace the book. So everything is there, don't worry, this is possible. So one important thing is that no dues clearance. Suppose you are after completion of your course, you have to take a no due certificate from the library for getting the certificate from the convocation. So if you lost the book, you have to clear it. If you have fine, you have to clear it. So everything is possible, and very simple method, it will be solved. So how to get new library identity card? Nowadays, the library identity card is not required. It is only one card, and the card will be given by the institutions, and that institute card will be good enough for this library identity card. So there are many sections, acquisition section where the books have been purchased, processed and displayed in the rack. This is the download form of book requisition. Suppose you are a student, you need a books cost is too high. It is difficult to purchase from yourself. So what you can do, you can download this form, fill it up, and you can request your faculty advisor, and you can request him so that if the faculty advisor recommended this book for buying by the central library, if you can send it to the library, then library can buy it for you. So this is a download form of the requisition. There are various type of form: textbook, journal book, ST book. If you are a ST students, you can also send the requisition through your faculty advisor. There is a technical positioning books. Every book, after purchasing the books, we have to give a class number, we have to catalog the books, we have to give the metadata of the books so that book can be searchable. This type of works is done by this section. So online display of new books, that is very important. Whenever as I told you that every week we are displaying the new books. After buying the books have been processed. After processing the books, we have displayed this book in a particular area so that the user can come and see which are the new books have received by the central library. And this new list is also available in the website. So this is the website, month-wise arranged. If you want to see what are the books that we purchase in the month of January, you can click and see the list of the books. So everything is available in the website. So these are the display area of new books. Here, whenever we receive the new books, we display here for 1 week. After 1 week, these books will go to the respective cell. So current journal and bound journal. Nowadays, the current journal is a print journal. Particularly for print journal and then print back volumes are not much used because most of the resources are available online. But still, we have preserved it. Suppose if there is a problem, if there is a problem that the online is not working, the journal is not available. Even it is there is a problem for internet access, so that you can come and use this old journal from the stack. This is one area where mostly the newspaper that we have kept, that is called Library Fair. It's a beautiful place where all the newspaper that we subscribe for the library, it is available here. So student can come and peacefully they can sit on the sofa and then they can read the newspaper, magazine, a popular magazine. Then current periodicals, basically we are subscribing the journals, basically for online journals. This is the function for subscription of journal by this department. So online new arrival of some print journals, still we are subscribing 47 titles. So all these 47 titles details we are displaying in some areas and also display in the website. So this is the new arrival print journal information which is displayed in the library. Now, one most important service that we are providing is document delivery services, because it is not possible for a single library to subscribe all the resources for the user. It's not possible. So therefore, if you require some information which is not available in our library and we are not able to provide you, then what we can do, we can send the request to other libraries, other IT libraries. If it is available with them, then they will send it to us and then we can deliver this service to the users. So this service is available. This is the digital library. It's a very well known in our library, and this digital library we have developed in the beginning, and this is the first digital library in our country. We developed this digital library. That time it was called e-library, electronic library. And that was developed in 1993. Now lot of changes have been made. So now it is called digital library, and here we have preserved all the video cassettes, all the audio cassettes. Those days, all audio video records that we have received, we are receiving in the library. all things we have preserved in this place. So whenever you come to the library, you please visit the digital library. It's really, really beautiful, and lot of old collection, in electronic form will be available. So this is the faculty publication area. It's a very important area. Our faculty, whenever they publish a book, we display it here for 1 week. Even we display in our website. We have give the photographs, name of the means faculty who publish the books. So these are the books we have displayed currently. These books are published by our faculty. We are very much proud of that. So this is very interesting. This is one new facility that we have created called whatever resources that we are subscribing. Some of the students, if they do not have any computer laptop facility or computer facility with them during that period, so they can come and then they can use this facility, and they can also use their project work, their study work in this with this computer facility. So Central Library website is a very vibrant website. It is a dynamic website, interactive website. Whenever you will get, whenever you want to know some of the information, you directly go and visit the Central Library website. You will get each and every information. That is very, very useful, and it's really used heavily. All information are available. So as I told you, the faculty publication, that these are the faculty publication that we have displayed here. So online resource of the Central Library, that is a very important. These are the site where you will get what are the resources we have in electronic form. It may be a book, it may be a journal, it may be a patent, standard databases, abstracting database, bibliographic databases. So all sort of informations are available. If you want to thesis, we have 30 million theses we have access. All are full text. So these all information is available. So these are the site, new search tools. This is ACM Digital Library, then ACS, AIP, ACS, ASC, then annual review, like this, Elsevier Journal, Taylor & Francis, Wiley, all sort of informations are available in our site. Now the most important thing is that remote access of the e-resources. This is the pandemic period. You are not with us in the campus, so you want, but you are attending the classes, you are doing the assignment, everything you are doing as usual, so for which you need a resources. So how do you get the resources at your home? Therefore, whatever resource we have in our library, all the resources are available to access remotely. So this is the way you can access. This is the way, means everything is written on a website. You please visit your website. During this presentation, it is very difficult to understand in thoroughly, but I will show you. But at the same time, I request you to visit our library website. We have given the write-up, so that how to download and how to use the VPN facility, so that you can access the electronic resources from your home. So log into your ERP accounts. You have to create the email address. This is the ERP site, and then you have to create your password that you have to create. That is very much required for each and every work. This is the set the network password. That password you have to create. This password is needed for both Wi-Fi connection and VPN logging also, both the purpose, even for email, other purpose also it is required. So this is the VPN portal. Visit the VPN portal for remote access. The library subscribe electronic resources. The link is available in the Central Library portal, as I told you. So this is the username, is roll number, and then password that which you have set in the ERP login, and then this is the state. And when you open the give the password everything, this will display the IIT KGP site, journal site. When you click that site, then you directly reach to the our library electronic resource site. So where you will get the list of the resources which are available in our library. If you need any resources, you select and then you can use it. So if any problem, please communicate with us, and you can send a mail, and you can also tell your, you can send a mail because since you are not here, you can send a mail, we will communicate with you. So there are a lot of CD that we are receiving along with books. These CDs are also available to access. And you are students in IIT Kharagpur in the 4th year or 3rd year, you need to do a lot of project work for which you need a lot of, you have to write some of the article, some of the report. So this report is to be checked thoroughly whether this is plagiarized, what is this copied or not. So for doing this search, check, you have to use the anti-plagiarism software which is available in our library, and we are providing access to each and every students. It is unlimited access. So whoever is sending the request, we are providing access to them. We are sending the password and you can use it. Whether how much originality is there when you are writing the paper. So that report you have to submit it to a teacher. So this is the service that we are providing for each and every students. And one most important software that we are having, that Grammarly software. Suppose when you are writing the English, whether your English is correct or not, that check facility is available. This software will help you to check your grammar. So this is also available in our library. We are providing the user ID and password to the interested student who want to use it. So you please send a mail to us, we will provide access. We have another database called JCPDS. As I told you, the library is surveillance system. So each and every corner it is covered by CCTV. We have all question paper. I think last 20 years question paper we have scanned and we have uploaded in our website. It is available to access. This is institution digital repository. Whatever thesis we have received from the faculty, from the students, we have uploaded it, and also we have uploaded the class lecture note. There are various PPTs. Whatever we received, we have uploaded in this software. We have recently developed one system called Virtual Reality Facility. It is just recently we have introduced this service. It is available in our library. If you want to use this facility, you have to fill it up the form. Form is available in our website, and we'll give you a slot to use this facility. It's very interesting. This is a very rare facility, that is immersive learning facility. Now, the Central Library is also involved for developing the National Digital Library project. I think most of you have heard this National Digital Library, where a lot of resources are available to access freely. So this is the contribution by the Central Library. So I want to share some of the slides with you so that you will have an idea. We are not only doing the library works, we are also doing the activity for the nation. What is NDLI? It's called National Digital Library of India, is called short form NDLI. So it is 24/7 enable umbrella digital library. A single window search browse facility, cover all academic level from KG1 to PG level, all discipline that we have covered. Collection wise organization, school, career development, law, medical, there are a lot of different type of vertical of resources that are available. Host multimedia, context, text, video, audio, image, simulation, animation. So these are the different type of documents. Indian language, user interface, that we have a lot of different type of languages. So like Hindi, Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi, Tamil, Kannada, Oriya, Telugu. So different type of language. The fontaine is available. It is for school, college, university, R&D, then institutions, individual learning and lifelong learner. These resources is available to use it. So this is the NDLI. We have developed 2 apps. You can go to the Google Store and from where you just write NDLI, you can download it and then you can use this facility through your mobile. So in the NDLI, we have 5 vertical in different type of vertical. One is school vertical. All the resources on school is available when you go to the school vertical. Then we have domain vertical like medical, legal. We have competitive exam vertical. If you know, I think most of you have used this site because all the JEE question papers that we have uploaded it, and not only the question paper, we have also solved it. The question paper is solved. So all the answer of this question paper also will be available. You can get these resources. These are huge resources. I think most of you have already used this facility. So all the competitive exam like JEE, GATE, then UPSC, other NET, UGC. So there are good number of competitive exam question paper and solution is available. Now data vertical and then application verticals. User interface available in English and 10 most widely used Indian languages like Hindi, English, Bengali, Telugu, Tamil, Marathi, Gujarati, Kannada, Malayalam, Odia, Assamese. So far these are the languages we have covered, and in future we are going to cover all the languages. These are the user interface called, as I told you, one or two I have shown you. If you access, you can see. So the uniqueness and reach, as on the total collection of this site is 7.2 crore full text contents are available. The contents are available, out of which 5.2 contents are full text available, which you can download it and we can use it. So there are a lot of service that we are providing through this site. Since we are developing this site, so I thought that we should share with you so that this resource will be useful for you. So please register yourself. It's very simple. You go to the Google, write NDLI, it will display the first page. You click it and just register, give your name and email address. These two information is required. You just fill it up. You will get the link and then you can access it. So now come to the library side. Now since you are a new student, so what we are usually doing, that we are also going to give the orientation lecture every day. This is the schedule, Monday to Friday, and from 13 December next month to 30th December, we are going to give the orientation program to all the new students. So timing is 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Whoever is available, if you have a time, you can book the slot and attend the orientation classes. You will be benefited. Lot of information will be given to you for your study, for your stay. So I think this will be very useful. So I request all of you, please attend these orientation classes. I will also be there sometime. This lecture, I think it is not enough to give you all the information about the library. Therefore, we have given the slot. So during this presentation, if you have any question, any answer, problem, we can solve during that presentation. So library user, so I'm going to end this presentation. So before ending, I request some of the things with you, that please do not bring your bag inside the library. It is very difficult to maintain. So please keep your bags in the property counter. Please keep your mobile in switch off and silent mode inside the library. Please maintain the discipline and silence inside the library. Please contact the library members for any assistance, and kindly produce your identity card or any identification on demand if required. 2 personal books, laptops and brown Xerox documents are allowed to bring inside the library during the library hours. This is very important facility that we are introducing. None of the none of the IIT libraries, this facility is adapted. So we have adapted it. So make the best use of it. Hall library books will not be allowed. Personal books must be registered and duly stamped at the checkpoint while entering into the library. Please drop your suggestion in writing in the suggestion box for further improvement and library better service. Do not hide and mishandle or upset the arrangement of the books journal, because it is very difficult. It's an open access library. Lot of books are there. All books are open. So I just request you to use nicely. Such practice create a problem for others reader, because naturally. So it is not easy for the library staff to trace misplaced book and journals. Please do not replace a book on shelf. Because after using the books you keep on the table, you do not keep on the shelf, it will be not arranged properly. So our people will do it. Do not tear off the pages from the books of journal, books and journal. Do not deprive others reader of the benefit of you are keen on getting. So the copy of the books or journal you are mutilating may be the only copy available in the whole of this region or in the world. So appeal to the user once again that at the end of the day, please leave the library when the first bell rings, because the library is closed at 12 o'clock, 12 midnight. So you please cooperate with the library staff. The library is your own property. Help us to maintain it well. If you face any difficulty, please do not hesitate to contact the library staff. So these are our team involved for developing this library. They are excellent staff with who are providing a very wonderful service to the users. So you can contact any one of them, not only me, any one of them you can contact. So the first one is our director, then our chairman, then myself, and then my subordinate staffs who are ready to provide service. Please contact with them. So the other teams are there. So these information are available in our website. Whatever I have given the talk, all the things are available. I have taken from the website. So website is a is a person without speaking, but the information is already available. You will get all the information from the website. So this is the suggestion box. I request all of you, whenever you come to the library, if you have any problem, try to talk to the library staff. If it is not helpful, then you keep a complaint with the library facility, or you can put a suggestion so that we can make the we can solve the problem, or we can improve the library services. So with this, thank you very much. If you have any question, please tell me so that I can answer. Thank you.
So, the first question is there any dress code for entering into the library?
What?
Is there any dress code for entering into the library?
Dashboard.
Dress code.
Textbook, yes, textbooks is available.
Dress code.
Dress book. Oh, dress code, yes, dress code is there. Library is, we have, it is written in the website, what you have to use while entering the library. There is a dress code. I think the institute is also having the dress code. So,
Can we download PDF of online books?
yes, you can download. You can download. We have 1,33,000 electronic books. All the books are down. It is your own books. It is your own books. It is available in the publisher side, not in the library side. It is available. It is a one-time subscription. It is a ownership model. Only thing that books are not physically in the library. Books are available in the publisher side. You can download 100 copies, 200 copies. There is unlimited downloading facilities there.
How long does one get Grammarly subscription?
What?
How long does one get
You
Grammarly?
open the marks.
How long does one get Grammarly subscription?
Grammarly subscription, okay. How long? Actually, Grammarly subscription, we have more than 1,200 students and 700, 800 faculties. And Grammarly software, we are not subscribing the unlimited version. We have subscribed the limited version. So we have 1,000 user access. So if there is a 200 user demanding the same time, we cannot provide the demanding 200 student at a time. So we are providing services to the student in 1 day gap wise, 1 day, 2 day gap. We are providing the service. We have to manage within this limited number of user access. We have to manage all the students. So Grammarly software, there is a problem because the license which we have is not unlimited. It is a limited access. But next year, then after graduation, you can get the OPEC service. Whatever resources are available, that you can see, but you cannot download. Because publisher will not allow. It is the agreement with the publisher that whatever resource we are subscribing, this will be useful within the campus. But because of pandemic, we are providing access to outside only the IIT students who are enrolled. But this facility will not be available after pass out. Thank you very much. And I request all of you, please access the library website. You will get all sort of information which I have given during this presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that detailed overview, sir. Moving on to our next segment, Computer and Informatics Center, or better known as CIC and Takshashila, successfully manages the vast computing and networking infrastructure at IIT Kharagpur and boasts of several PC labs and servers. I would sincerely request Professor Raja Datta to join us on stage and share a few words with our freshers.
So thank you, Rosni, and thank you, the students' body of IIT Kharagpur, for organizing such a nice induction program. My heartiest congratulations to the new students who have joined the IIT system this year. In fact, from now on, all of you will be called an IIT KGPN. And this you will understand not now, maybe after 30, 40 or 50 years hence, when sitting in US or in Europe or in any other country or any other place in India, you will feel proud that you were a student of IIT Kharagpur. Being the first IIT, the largest IIT, having the largest department, I think you have heard, everything is largest over here. And as because everything is largest, in fact our network system is also the largest. Now you must be knowing that whatever I was just hearing, I was sitting there on the other side, I was hearing Dr. Sutradhar, who was speaking about the library, and many a times you were hearing that this will be downloaded, this will be uploaded, and we were making it digital online. This is NDL, National Digital Library, and everything. And also now that you are hearing me, seeing me sitting at home is through the internet. So for the next few minutes, maybe half an hour or so, I'll be speaking about the service which is provided to IIT Kharagpur from the Computer and Informatics Center, where I am the head. I am Professor Raja Datta of Electronics and Electrical Communication Engineering. Means my basic department is E&ECE, but I am heading the Computer and Informatics Center. Well, what is internet? You must be very well knowing right now. This is a global system of interconnected networks, or I would say that it is a network of networks. Small networks all over the world is there, and these are connected together to make the internet. It came long back in 1960s. When you are here, many of you will be learning about internet. It's done with a protocol suite called TCP/IP. Many of you must have heard about it. Some of you may be knowing certain things about TCP/IP, and many of you, those who are in related departments like E&ECE, computer science, and other electrical sciences, and even others, you will be knowing about more about this protocol suites, etc. Now, Just to tell you, I was just saying that basically we give service. The name itself says computing and networking facilities at IIT Kharagpur. So whatever, like you know about service provider, right? So service provider is like Airtel. Over here in India we have Jio, we have Airtel, we have Vodafone. Now these service providers, they provide you audio as well as data, that is voice as well as data services. Earlier it was only voice, that is till 2G, and from 3G onwards they have also started providing data. But then there are base station, you must have seen while traveling from one place to the other, there are towers, base stations are there, and through wireless links you are getting the data. But those are not sufficient many a times. What do you do? At home you have your Wi-Fi connectivity, and those are provided via, let's say fiber cables. You must have seen many of you. So what we do here at IIT Kharagpur, you must be wondering that what more IIT Kharagpur is giving or CIC is giving is that everything is done by fiber cables. Like we have fiber cables laid in the entire campus to each of the departments, to each of the academic units, to each of the administrative units, and to the base of each of the hostels, right? And through fiber cables we give a high-speed internet 24/7, into 30, into 365, whatever. So every time you are getting net, you may ask your seniors who are sitting there, and they are getting high-speed data sitting in their hostels. We were the first to give this facility to each and every room of any IIT system. It was long back, maybe 20 years from now. I was here at that time. Right. So the centralized, I don't know, it's a little difficult to see. And so we have centralized facility at Computer Informatics Center, and we have distributed, that is all the departments also have their own computing infrastructure, right? Now the networking facilities are provided by the CIC. Is there any sound? Are provided by CIC, that include wired and wireless connectivity. Now wired and wireless, you all know by now that when you connect it to your computer desktop, it's a wired one. But then mostly you use laptops now with wireless connectivity. Wireless connectivity, obviously little bandwidth will be little less. Wired connections, bandwidths are much more. So when a student comes to the lab, they get wired connections, they get much more bandwidth, they can download at much greater speed, right? And what else we do? CIC has, as I said, to all the halls of the residences, that is the hostels, we call as halls of residences. And the most important thing what we do is the mail messaging system, or the mail system is separate. We have our own mail system, like other IITs are also having. We also have our own mail system, and which is basically the company which gives the base of it is called Zimra, right? And all of you will be possibly getting through, but then now you will be getting through Google Suite anyway. And the internet connectivity is through NKN, that is National Knowledge Network, being provided by the Government of India. We are really, really grateful to the Government of India to provide 10 Gbps internet connectivity to all the government educational universities and institutes of India. It's wonderful. You just come to the campus and you will understand the difference of speed which you were having there at your home and what you will be getting over here, right? So let me just give you some idea about the IIT KGP network flow datagram. Now here at the top, at the very top, you will get, that is the internet, that is the network of networks I was talking about. And you have internet service provider switch, which is housed at CIC. Then we have IIT KGP internet switch, and then the firewall. The firewall is very important over here because you must be knowing that there are a lot of malwares, a lot of viruses are there scattered in all over the network in the whole world. And if this comes to your laptop, you must have already experienced, many of you, at what can happen, right? So this firewall stops most of the viruses, I won't say the every viruses, most of the viruses or malwares are stopped in the firewall. And many of us, like me, who are using, let's say, a Linux mode of operating system or Solaris mode of operating system, we don't need separate antivirus because we just depend upon our firewall, that's all. Then we have the Nexus core switch, which is from where, this is the main switch, which is again housed at CIC. From there it goes to the different units like academic units, then hostels, etc., etc. And this goes from the distribution switches. So you can see over here, it is written hostel distribution switches, academic distribution switches, and department distribution switches, wireless distribution switches, and then each and every department has separate distribution switches, right? From there it goes to the access switches. Now each of the hostels, each floor has access switches. From there the students, they get through wireless in their laptops and they access it. And the entire network, entire campus is covered with access points. It will be there in the roads. Many of you, when you cycle down over there, you can see up there, it looks like a small briefcase, and it hangs in the poles over there. So this actually provides wireless connectivity for almost many of the main areas of the network, of the campus. I won't say that it is covering 100%. It's never possible. It's a huge campus, 2,100 acres. It's a huge one. So it is not possible, but in the main areas, the hostel areas, tech market, our academic areas, everywhere you will find that it has been covered. Most of the students that I have seen, they just keep on using that, even when they are cycling down or even when they are walking down. So many of the places of the campuses are covered. That's again a very wonderful, I would say, a service for the students, for the staff, for the faculty members, for everyone. Yeah. Yes. So as I said that we have the services. Two of the main services are the laboratory. CIC houses the main laboratories for first year students who will be doing programming language and data structure, which is called, popularly they call it PLDS or something, isn't it? Yeah. So you call it as PLDS. In many places it may be called in different ways, but that is first time when you come, you are given the basic idea about the programming language and data structure, and all the students has to come to CIC. We have 5 big labs, and at a time we can house around 500 students in our laboratories over here. So the computing facility at CIC primarily involves PC and workstation labs. Apart from PC labs, we also have workstations running both general and special purpose software used for holding lab classes of different departments. And then we have the mail messaging facility, which is centrally managed by CIC. Please note down how you can log in to your G Suite, which is https mail.google.com. You can go there, the account using the login credentials given in your ERP profile. You can go to ERP, then academic, then students, and then academic information, and go to the biodata profile where you can activate and give your passwords, etc. And you can get going with your new email ID. I think many of you have already started using it. So this is one big photograph of the lab. As we say that we have huge labs. So once you enter CIC, left side and right side, these are all glass partitions are there, and you will be amazed to see that hundreds of computers are there. Each one is in working condition. Anywhere you sit down and it will start working, right? And at any time you come and you can use it. But for PLDS class, it has been, whenever PLDS classes are held, these usually we give 1 or 2 labs for that. So those are reserved for that. Right. Now, whatever you are seeing there is the rack of switches. And as I said, largest, you must have become bored now by hearing largest and largest. We really have the largest number of nodes in the campus, and for that we have a huge switch yard. We call it as a switch yard. 24/7, it needs cooling, and it's a very delicate thing. Crores and crores of rupees have been spent over here to maintain this, and we have more than 20 people here who 24/7, they work hard to keep it going and provide 24/7 network service to each and every people of the campus. So it is just a small photograph. If you come over here, you will find it's much huge than what has been just shown over here. It's just a part of it. Yes, we also have a cloud computing facility at CIC. We call it Meghomala. So Meghomala is an initiative by IIT Kharagpur to provide an on-demand computational and storage resources to the institute research community. It is built using OpenStack cloud computing platform. Whoever is in the first year, of course, it is not needed. When you go for projects, etc., or master's program or PhD program, when the computation is much more, or you need some computation which actually takes several days to complete. Usually what happens, you put it as a background process and you keep on computing for maybe weeks, 2-3 weeks, or even month. So then you can use this cloud. I invite you all to, in fact, whenever you require, in course of your studies, not now, of course, you won't be needing it right now, you will be using it, right? So there are software services. CIC is the centralized repository of softwares like MATLAB, Abacus, ANSYS, SolidWorks, COMSOL, SPSS, some antivirus softwares which students also can take, we take as a faculty, and then Windows Activation and Microsoft Office. Apart from that, we have a campus-wide license of Microsoft, because nowadays using any software without license is a crime and you can be penalized. So don't use the crack version of it. Apart from this also, we have several softwares. So if you need, if you want, you can come and you can ask, or you can call up someone there at CIC, and whatever softwares we have, we will be able to provide you. But for God's sake, don't use the crack version or non-genuine software. It's really I would say that you can be bound to be penalized, because the rule what IIT Kharagpur or any IIT follows is bring your own device. BYOD, bring your own device. BYOD is a rule actually. So once that rule is there in place, so if any individual, because he is bringing his own device, he is having his own laptop, he is having his own desktop, let's say, and he is connecting to our net. So the service provider, service provider, is not liable if there is any non-genuine software being used in that particular device, because we follow that BYOD rule. So all this are, I'm saying because in course of your time, you may be using some non-genuine softwares, so please don't use it, right? Whatever is there, or maybe nowadays it's very simple. Online you can get one license in a very less money, just few bucks, 200-300 rupees, 500 rupees, or maybe 1000 rupees. You can get a subscription for any software you need, right? And why don't you use that? Why should you do something which may create problem, or you may be in problem, right? Okay. Yes. Some special instructions for online classes. Now you must be, now that you know that you'll be starting as an online class. I don't know what will happen maybe after 3-4 months, but then at least for now you will be having online classes. And IIT Kharagpur has Microsoft Teams for this online classes, and CIC actually is the main controller of that Microsoft Teams. And you can log into Microsoft Teams using the login credentials given in your ERP profile. So go to ERP, academic, students, academic information, and then to biodata/profile, and you will be able to log into Microsoft Teams. Each and every student has, all the accounts for each and every students have already been created in Microsoft Teams. And what teachers do is they go for various ways of including you. The moment your name or any roll number is been there, at least I do it when I take my class, immediately at least 1 or 2 students' name comes. Sometimes it happens that the same, because you may be having similar names, right? But it comes, but then we understand by the roll number, etc. So there are certain, or the ID is different, but then the names may be same, right? So whenever you need to communicate with a faculty, at least you give your ID. ID differentiates you. You say that, sir, my name is not included in that particular class, so please share that ID. The name and roll number will not be enough, because sometimes the same name can be there for 2 or 3 students. So this problem even I face, that's the reason I'm saying you. So you are, let's say you are sending a mail to a faculty that, sir, please include my name is not there. So the faculty might have included someone else's name, which is not you, right? The same name. Say Mayank Agarwal. So it's a very common name, Mayank Agarwal. We get every time so many students. So the moment I type Mayank Agarwal will come 2, 3, right? 2 or 3 Mayank Agarwals may come, but then the IDs will be different. So please share the ID with them, with the concerned faculty member, right? Okay, then we have the CIC has a help desk. There is a email address, please note it down, helpdesk@cc.iitkgp.ac.in. So you can send emails, and we will try to, though it is, I would say that this particular mail address is a very busy one. Many students, hundreds of students, staff, faculty members will keep on sending mails, and they expect reply immediately. But even though the replies are not coming immediately, you can expect it within a day or 2. So don't you should wait for 1 or 2 days to get the reply back, right? And then there are telephone numbers you can see in the website. Each and everything is available in our, go to the research facility in the home page of our website. From there you find out Computer and Informatics Center, click there, and you will get all the details, okay? Then you need to go for network authentication, which is very important, not now, when you will be in campus. In campus, as I said, it's a huge campus. There's a lot of people who come inside, and through our wireless links, in fact, many people from outside also, they can access our access network through our service. And if there is any problem anyone does, then we are in problem, because our net is been used to do something, some crime or whatever. So you have to authenticate whenever you are here inside. You need to authenticate yourself, your device. So you can, prior to your arrival to the campus, you can set campus network password for the devices which you will be bringing over here, using the instructions given at the following link, like http at www.cic. Just take it down, and it's a link basically. Click it, and you will get all the instructions how you need to do it. Now that we have come, I have told you about like why we need authentication, etc. Let me just give you some information regarding certain cyber crimes being, or cyber harassments happening in the last maybe few years. I would say few years, earlier also it was there, but then because of this online things due to pandemic, students has now started accessing more with their devices, with their mobile phones, with their laptops. And you know, young mind, sometimes you are lazy and you try doing certain things. The implications you don't know what may happen. You know, we have several such cases, and we have to deal very strictly. So, my dear students, please don't do any such thing. Don't try to harass even your close friends. You never know who takes it in what way, right? He or she may complain to us. We may in turn complain it to the cyber police, because if you are doing it from outside the campus, we are bound to inform it to the cyber police, and the cyber police may be there at your home anytime. And it has happened. It has happened. So please don't do it, and be careful in while you use your social network. Mostly it has been done with social network, we have seen, and you have to be really careful. Why I am saying it and why I am stressing on it is because you are young students. You possibly don't even understand that what you are doing, right? You will not be able to understand the implication of it. So any type of harassment, please don't do it, right? Cyber crime or cyber harassment or anything, don't post any photographs of your friends or whatever, many types of cyber crimes is happening nowadays. Please don't do it, right? So this is my earnest request to you. Okay. Thank you. I think this much from CIC. I hope I was in time. Yeah. So any questions, please? Okay. So okay, I have addressed everything in my presentation, my student friends are saying. But then I am sure that you will be having questions or queries once you fail to get connected to us. and don't worry, because see, this is all internet or whatever we say, these are all technical things. So many, though we have the best switches, you know, switches, it matters. Cisco switches, D-Link switches. So there are different types of switches are there, Nortel switches are there. IIT Kharagpur has the best, or I would say in the world, the best switches we have kept over here for this, providing this particular service, so that students or faculty while taking classes don't have any problem. But these are technical things. There are so many factors involved. Once the signal goes from, or a packet, you must be knowing, a small packets goes. When a teacher delivers his lecture, it has been broken up into certain packets. So these packets has to go to your device, and then only you are able to see or listen to your teacher. So there are so many intermediate nodes are there in between, right? And that is the reason you have to be very, very, like, this particular, you have to know, you have to understand that there are so many factors in between which may come and disrupt the lecture. So don't get impatient. Mostly I have seen the students, they get impatient when they are giving exams. We have one more thing I did not say, that many a times you may be using Moodle. Moodle is basically software. It's a software which we use for many of the teachers, as because it's the teachers have, they can take it or they may not, but many of the teachers are using Moodle for their exams, for taking class tests as an online measure of evaluation. So once you use this Moodle, you'll have to, again, you'll be given separate links. So once you do that, you will find that because of certain issues, maybe bandwidth issues, maybe server issues, you are not able to upload your answers properly, okay? And once you're not able to upload your answers properly, you will feel like disgusted. What is happening? But please don't worry, the teachers are there, they understand the problem, they will take care of it. right? And don't get like alarmed and start mailing and calling up, sir, we are not able to give. Don't worry about that. So it will be done. Be calm, be cool, and use and go for the exams. If you are not able to upload it, keep it, go for the next question and do it. So everything happens over net. And you know, due to pandemic, every teaching institute is using the network. And that's the reason it is so congested now. So many a times we are not able to do anything, but we will try our level best. So with this, let me end my talk over here. And as I said, there are help desk emails are there. Go to the site. See, there are many other things. I am not naming the people who are involved in CIC. They are really, really sincere people who are working 24/7. A lot of officers are there, and they are trying to give you the best of service. Okay? So with this, I would again congratulate you to get admission at IIT Kharagpur, and I welcome you. And in fact, I'm waiting to see you in campus as soon as possible. Thank you again.
Thank you for that detailed presentation, sir. With this, we have reached an end to the forenoon session for the day 2 of Induction Program 2021. On a final note, I would like to thank everyone for being present with us here today, and every professor for taking the time and effort to share their insights on the numerous facilities that are available to the students. We look forward to seeing you all for the afternoon session. Thank you.